In this video, we're talking about terrains and weather conditions in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let's get started. What's up? It's your boy Tim Hikes here with another video, and as you know, I love video games, especially Pokemon, and I'm here on YouTube to help make a better gamer out of you and me with helpful tips and tricks. And if you are new here to this series, consider subscribing to the channel. Today we are continuing our competitive gameplay series for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and today we're specifically focusing in on terrains and weather conditions. I've noticed there's been some people who get the two confused, but they really shouldn't be. One is really dealing with the weather more so in the air, and the other is definitely landing in on the ground. So let's get started with our conversation today. A terrain is a type of field effect that affects Pokemon on the ground. Only one type of terrain may be present at a time, with any new terrain put in place overriding the previous terrain. There are four types of terrains. There's electric, grass, mist, and psychic. Let's jump directly into these four different types to learn more about them. Electric terrain increases the power of electric type moves by Pokemon on the ground by 30%. It prevents Pokemon on the ground from falling asleep and being affected by yarn. Grassy terrain increases the power of grass type moves by Pokemon on the ground by 30%. It restores 1/6 of the HP of all Pokemon on the ground each turn. It halves the damage taken by Bulldoze, Earthquake, and Magnitude. Next is Misty Terrain. Misty Terrain halves the damage taken by Pokemon on the ground from Dragon type moves, and it prevents Pokemon on the ground from being affected by status conditions and confusion. And finally, it's Psychic Terrain. It increases the power of Psychic type moves by Pokemon on the ground by 30%, and it prevents Pokemon on the ground from being hit by moves that increase priority. And now it's time for our question of the day. Which terrain or weather condition do you think is most effective? Let me know down in the comments. Next, let's talk about weather conditions. Many people often confuse weather conditions with terrains. The difference is terrains basically affect the ground that you're standing on, and you can change that ground to benefit you in battle. Weather conditions is the space that you're fighting in, and it affects the weather. Whether it's hailing, raining, or intense sun, you can use weather conditions to benefit you during battle. They both can happen simultaneously, meaning you can have a grassy terrain with some type of bright sunny sky, as we've seen with sunny day. So you can definitely do these two things at the same time, and you've seen this happen in the overworld, such as you have a thunderstorm where it's raining and lightning at the same time. There are four types of weather conditions that we can talk about that you can use to help you in battles. So let's jump directly into them and talk more about weather conditions and how you can benefit from them. First up is Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a type of move, but it can also be executed with certain abilities from certain Pokemon. Sandstorm is a type of weather condition that can last for 5 turns if created using Sandstream or Sandstorm, or 8 if created while holding a smooth rock. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Max Rockfall caused a sandstorm after dealing damage. The ability Sand Split, which is also debuted in Sword and Shield, will create a sandstorm if the Pokemon with the ability is hit with a damaging move. Now let's go into detail to find out what's really happening when a sandstorm is up and in place on the field. At the end of each turn, Sandstorm damages each Pokemon by 1/6 of their maximum HP, unless it is Rock, Steel, or Ground type, or has one of the abilities Sand Force, Sand Rush, Sand Veil, Magic Guard, or Overcoat, or is holding the safety goggles. A Sandstorm will activate the following abilities: Sand Force, Sand Rush, and Sand Veil. It raises the special defense of all Rock-type Pokemon by 50%, and it changed Weather Ball to a Rock-type move and double its power. It halves the power of Solar Beam and Solar Blade, and causes Soar Up to recover 2/3 of its maximum HP instead of 1/2. And it causes Moonlight, Synthesis, and Morning Sun to recover 1/4 of its maximum HP. Next, let's talk about Intense Sun or Harsh Sunlight, which can be executed by the move Sunny Day or Drought. Intense sun or harsh sunlight is a weather condition that can last for 5 turns if created using drought or a sunny day, and it can last up to 8 turns if created using a Pokemon holding the heat rock. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Max Flare causes harsh sunlight after dealing damage. Now let's jump in to find out what else is happening while the harsh sunlight is up for 5 or 8 turns on the field. It increases the power of fire-type moves by 50%, and it decreases the power of water-type moves by 50%. It allows Solar Beam and Solar Blade to be used right away, meaning you don't have to wait around in order to use these moves. It causes growth to raise the attack and special attack by 2 stages, and it activates the following abilities: Chlorophyll, Dry Skin, Flower Growth, Forecast, Leaf Guard, Solar Power. It causes Forecast to change Castro form to its Sunny Day form, it causes Flower Gift to change Cherrium to its Sunshine form, and it guarantees Harvest will restore a berry if it's holding one. It changes Weather Ball to a Fire-type move and double its power, and it prevents Pokemon from becoming frozen, and it causes Moonlight, Synthesis, and Morning Sun to recover 2/3 of its maximum HP, and it lowers the accuracy of Hurricane and Thunder by 50%. Next, let's talk about Snowstorm or Hail. Either one works for me. Hail is a weather condition that will last for about 5 turns if created using Snow Warning or Hail, or 8 turns if created by a Pokemon holding Icy Rock. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Max Hailstorm causes a hailstorm after dealing damage. Now we're going to talk about the inner working mechanisms of hail and learn more deep details of what's happening when you have a hailstorm up for 5 or 8 turns. At the end of each turn, it damages each Pokemon by 1/16 of their maximum HP, unless it is Ice type, or has one of the following abilities: Ice Body, Snow Cloak, Magic Guard, or Overcoat, or it is holding Safety Goggles. It activates the following abilities: Forecast, Ice Body, Snow Cloak, and Slush Rush. It also causes Forecast to change Castro form to a Snowy form, and it changes Weather Ball to an Ice type, and it doubles its power. It allows Blizzard to bypass the accuracy check, meaning if you use it, it's not going to miss, and it has the power of Solar Beam and Solar Blade, and causes Moonlight, Synthesis, and Morning Sun to recover 1/4 of the user's maximum HP. And it allows Auroraville to be used even though the effect lingers, even after Hail has ended. And the last weather condition is Rain. Rain will last 4 or 5 turns if created using Drizzle or Rain Dance, or 8 turns if it's created by a Pokemon holding a Damp Rock. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, Max Geyser causes rain after dealing damage. Now let's learn a little bit more about the inner working mechanisms that are happening while it's raining on the field. It increases the power of water type moves by 50%, it decreases the power of fire type moves by 50%, and it allows Thunder and Hurricane to bypass the accuracy check, meaning it's going to be very accurate and hit you just about all the time. It activates the following abilities: Dry Skin, Forecast, Hydration, Rain Dish, and Swift Swim, and it causes Forecast to change Castro form to its Rainy form. It changes Weather Ball to a water type move and double its power, and it has the power of Solar Beam and Solar Blade, and causes Moonlight, Synthesis, and Morning Sun to recover 1/4 of its maximum HP. And there you have it. We have discussed the 4 terrains and 4 weather conditions that are available in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I guess you can probably say maybe defog or fog is a weather condition, but that's for another video. I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you've learned anything today, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video as we continue this guide to your competitive gameplay in Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you like this video and would like to see more gaming content from yours truly, smash that subscribe button. And for the gaming connoisseur you are, I prepared these videos for you.